Hello everyone, this is Michelle, also known as Aussie Shell Stitches, here on YouTube and over on Instagram. And I finally got the house to myself for a couple of hours, so I figured I'd come and join you all and show you some of my stitching. We'll start today with a little bit of a life update. I am currently in the process of moving house. We've bought our first house, woohoo! And I am currently surrounded by boxes. So if you hear any crash, boom, bang, it's just the boxes falling over because I elbowed them. It's all good. Let's get into it, I suppose. First of all, I'm going to show you my little book here. And one of the things that is helping drive my stitching is WhipGo. I have not been officially doing WhipGo. I'm not a member of the group. I'm just unofficially following on and having some fun. You can see my orange highlighted are the ones that have been called, and the ones that have crossed out in pink are the ones I have completed. So I've completed my 2 January draws, and that was 1,000 stitches on poker and 300 stitches on silhouettes. Not as many on silhouettes because it's a bit more finicky and I have to use a paper chart. I don't like using paper. The 2 for this month, this one should be crossed out because I finished it last night, but that is beach, and there was 500 stitches because it's on 28 count. I don't like 1/1 on 28 count. And mini checking it twice. I have not finished that yet, but it is also 500 stitches. I think that's because I was planning on doing all the confetti, but I cheated and moved over towards Santa, which you'll see in a little while. So that is that. Another group that is driving what I stitch is new, and it's called Down Under Divas. It is set up by two lovely Australian ladies. Maybe wrong there. And I've been doing their monthlies with moving and health issues and everything. I have not been able to do more than that. Daily 30, I've been doing some of their weeklies. It's a closed group on Facebook. And another closed group on Facebook at the moment is No New Starts, and I've been doing their 22 in 22, which is 22,000. Wrong one. 22,000 stitches is fantastic. Full coverage fanatics. Wow, I'm not with it today. 22 in 22 is 22 whips in 2022, which is part of the No New Starts group. I've been doing their yearly, which is a road trip around America. You go see the stitching spots, you do some shopping, you do some camping, you do some sightseeing. It's lots of fun. A couple little pop-ups along the way, which I haven't made because you have to have reached a certain place in the stitching, in the travelling, and I'm still trying to finish leg 1, so I didn't get to go to the party or plant some roses. Oh well, hopefully I'll be able to catch up a bit more once I'm in the new house. But I will show you what I've stitched on so far. We're starting with this one, which I'm using as my daily 30 at the moment, and I have threads sticking everywhere. I'm not going to show you the mock-up because it is pretty much done. I just have to finish these hearts. Hopefully I've just put in a picture of what it looked like last time you saw it, and then you can see the difference, which was quite a lot. I used it for 1 or 2 prompts of 300 stitches, and then I've just used it as my daily 30. Another day or 2 of daily 30 and Azazel will be done, and then I'll move on to Blue Baby. These are characters in a game my eldest son plays called The Binding of Isaac. And Isaac is hidden under here, and I'm doing them in a row. And if there's more room on the fabric after Blue Baby, I'll get another character for him to do. And now I shall put this back in the bag because I don't want a mess. Don't want to deal with the mess. I won't zip the bags up at the moment, but I will put them aside. And my next project I shall show you. These are not in any order, by the way. They are just the right order that I picked them up in. So my next project is Puka. It is a picture I charted for my husband. I used it in Down Under Divas for gambling this month, which I realised I didn't post a starting pic, so I'm going to have to start again. But this will be 1000 stitches on this for gambling. Poker is gambling. And this is what it will look like when it's finished. Can you tell that this is only my second Flosstube? I am all over the shop. And hopefully right now I am putting in a picture of what it looked like last time. And it is still on the Q-snap because I'm still stitching on it, but here is what it looks like now. I've tried different methods. I tried diagonal stitching. I will get into that a bit later. I've tried parking. I stitched in my park threads, went back to cross country. This one will just be a mishmash of tried things on how to do it. It is on 18 count, 2 over 1. Yeah, nice, easy, quick stitch. It's not too much confetti. There's some nice little blocks of colour in there. Very much fun. Okay, and the next one is Mini Checking It Twice by Donna Gelsinger. It's a Haid, and it will look like this when it's completed. And I am not completed. Nowhere near completed. I am working on Santa's hat up here and the window. I still have a whole heap of confetti over here that I haven't filled in, which you won't see today because again this is on the Q-snap. Last minute decisions to do Flosstubes. And an iron that isn't packed, that is packed I should say. It doesn't bode well for being organised for a Flosstube. So hopefully I am showing you at the moment what it looked like. Hopefully I'm showing you at the moment what it looked like before. Let's just tighten the Q-snap a bit so it lays flat. And this is where I'm up to. Like I said, there's all confetti still in the tree. I've worked a lot on Santa's face, the wall and the window. is rather enjoyable to stitch even with confetti. I don't mind confetti, just with doing prompts and having a whole heap of confetti, it's not easy for them to see 200 stitches done. So I tend to go for things that are a bit more visible for them to see when they're marking. I can't remember what prompts I used him for, but I used him for something, and I think, yes, he's whip go now, so I need to get 500 stitches on him. Put him back in his lovely Amazon bag. Crinkles, people. Oh, what do we have next? Next is our stitch along. The Shady Tree Stitches is a Flosstube here on YouTube that I showed you last Flosstube, and we go on retreats to Hawk's Nest a couple of times a year and have a blast. Lots of fun, a little bit of stitching thrown in. But we are doing the Cross Stitch Nation together. Each person is represented by one character. I'm this lady here, that's me. None of these colours will end up matching what everyone's doing. Every person's picked what colours they prefer and for their cells, and each person has picked a colour that matches that. Say I have said purple or blue, so a lot of people have picked purples and blues to stitch me. And this, we all bought the chart, and then one of the lovely ladies put it in Pattern Keeper for us and charted Shady Trees in there. Hopefully I'm showing you what it looks like before. And this fabric was lovingly stitched by Lisa from Shady Lee's Stitches, who has her own shop called Paddock Lane Designs. It's online shop, paddocklanedesigns.com or Paddock Lane Designs on Etsy. And here is where I am up to. Hopefully that's all in screen for you. I am not up to me, but I have done the words. And I will get the threads out of here. The words were done in this beautiful colour. You can just see the variegation there. It's very, very pretty. And so that was Threadworks 11214. And this is the red, what are they called? Cottage Garden Threads, I think. If I'm wrong, I will put it up here. This is the flowers up the top here. I have a whole heap of threads set aside in this one because I haven't fully decided who's what, and that is why everyone is only partially done, because I don't know what colours I'm going to stitch them in yet. So this is 18 count Ada dyed by Paddock Lane Designs. This is a gorgeous needle minder I got from Jenny from Shady Tree Stitches, and hopefully she'll start selling them soon, Jenny. Yes, yes. I absolutely love them. They are having a retreat next weekend. Ooh, I may be able to turn up now. I will have to see. I was going to be moving, but we found out yesterday that the people are moving out a week early. So I may be able to get my house cleaned and go on retreat. Oh, exciting! Oh, I'm so excited now. Yes. I was so disappointed when I couldn't go. I don't get to go many places. Being able to go to a retreat and see all the lovely ladies again and have lots of laughs. I was so looking forward to it, and then we were going to be moving that day. Now I might be able to go. I'll have to talk to my husband tonight, see if we can figure it out. Yay! Okay, so this next one is silhouettes, which was I would go stitch. I am just getting the cover page out and turning it over so you don't see the pattern which is on the inside. I'm doing this one. There's a whole heap of them, as you can see here. There's more than that. But first one I'm doing is a Coleman. I'm doing them again like the Rounding of Isaac. I have a long narrow piece of fabric that I got from a second-hand needlework shop in Sydney, and I'm going to fit as many of them on here as I can. Hopefully I'm showing you where I was before, and this one is easy to see because I am parking in 10 by 10 blocks, because there is only 11 colours in this one. There is blends, but with only 11 colours it is not going to be a lot of parked threads. And this one is fun. It uses a whole heap of different stitches, not specialty stitches per se, they are still cross stitches, but some of them will go halfway horizontally across a stitch, but a full stitch down, and other ones will go a full stitch across but only half a stitch down. So it's interesting and fun, and I picked it up and I didn't want to put it down, but I still had a whole heap of stitches I had to get done for other things, so I made myself, and now I want to stitch some more. But the design, as you can see, is going to fit easily in this hoop, so I just leave it in the hoop. Much easier than putting it on, pulling it off. I'll deal with hoop mucks later. It's only for me anyway, unless one of my sons steals it. They find stuff I've stitched and steal it, but it's okay, because then I don't have to find somewhere to put it, they can. And we're all excited of owning our first home, and we can actually put stuff up on the walls. Yay! Oh, I just dropped one. Oh, I'll have to pick that up in a moment. Just put that roughly back in my bag. Okay, next one is interesting, and I know that I had printed out some of these pictures to make it easier, but they're packed away, so I'm not quite sure where they are. This is Mini Lakeside. It's a Haid by Donna Gelsinger. Here is the mock-up, but I'm not doing that whole thing. I am cutting out these chairs and doing basically that, just from there to about there. And this one is for my sister. I figured if I actually want it done for my sister, considering I've been working on my other mini Haid for 3 years, I think, I'll make it a smaller one, and you still get plenty in that picture to promote camping and the lake, which they go camping at the lake a lot. So here is where it was last time you saw it. I've done a bit on this because I used it for Down Under Divas, which was 2,000 stitches. And like I said, no iron, so sorry for the wrinkles. But this is where I got to. And again, I can't use Pattern Keeper to tell me what percentage I have left or how much I've done, because it's telling me the percentage of the whole thing, and that's not quite how it works. Now I'm just going to pause for a second and pick up the project that I just dropped. Okay, I am back. So this is the piece that I just dropped. It is what I call it beach. It is an Etsy pattern. I can't remember the designer. Hopefully I can put it on the screen here. I have two of these. One is this and another one is more of the actual beach with some flowers. Hopefully I'm putting in here where I was up to last time you saw it. This is stitched on 28 count, 1/1 full cross. This is where I'm up to. Going back, I'm sorry, Lakeside is 2/1 full cross. I'm using CXC threads for that one. Silhouettes is 2/1 full cross on 18 count, and it uses DMC and Madeira threads. I think that's what they're called. And I think I've told you the other ones. If not, hopefully I would have put it up on the screen while I'm there with them. Again, this one would have fit in the whole hoop, but I only have 2 hoops and I need one to be able to move to other things, and I'm not stitching on this one as much as I stitch on, or as much as I want to stitch on silhouettes. But this is enjoyable, and let's see, I think I've reached 25% on this one. 25.67%, so I'm just over a quarter of the way there. And if I manage to get more clumps on it, then I'll get more stitches and get closer, but I only like to do small goes on at a time because it doesn't work well with my eyes. And one more project to go, last and definitely not the least. It is my focus project for the year, and I'm hoping to get done. Minnie the Witching Hour. It's Hey by Cheryl Baker, retired. I am sorry, so sorry. It makes me wish that I had gotten a pattern copy as well, but I got the PDFs because, number one, I love PDF. I'm working with Pattern Keeper. Number two, the cost of the PDF and then printing it and sending it over here. The cost of the paper pattern and then them sending it over here. Wow, I am not doing well with my words today. It would have been a lot. Hopefully I am showing you my before pick now. I didn't actually pick this up to the last 2 days of January. So I have not got a lot done. There's still about 1,200 stitches, I think, which is well behind what I wanted. I'm using this one for Full Coverage Fanatics Facebook group, their event 22,000 stitches in 2022, which I mentioned earlier. And I made sure that I had left exactly 22,000 stitches on this when I finished stitching on it last year. So it should get finished this year. I am so excited. I have been stitching on this pretty sure it was 3 years in November that I'd been stitching on this. Could have been 2. We'll see. I'll have to check and update you all next time. But yes, this is so, I love it. I love it. Okay, there's not much to really tell you. 16 count, 2 over 1, DMC. I'm in love. So in love. Can I say I love it again? Why not? I love it. Now let me do some shout outs. Okay. The first one I will go back and expand from last month. And I felt so bad when I realised that I hadn't said her shop. It's a fantastic shop. It is where I love to get my dyed fabrics from, and that is Shady Tree Stitches. They're here on YouTube. The shop is Lisa's. There is Lisa and Jenny Shady Tree Stitches. There's 2 of them. And her shop is paddocklanedesigns.com. You can also find her on Etsy at Paddock Lane Designs, but her website has more things and it's a lot easier for her and us, I suppose, if you go to the one shop. But if you just want to go through Etsy, then go for it. She still has that shop up as well. She sells, like I said, dyed fabrics. She gets a lot of ranges and dyes a lot of different ranges, from bright out there colours to pastel-y muted colours. She has lots of little knickknacks such as thread keeps and notions pouches. It's a wonderful shop, and she's a wonderful lady. One of my dearest friends. Hopefully you'll go check her out. Now, the next one made me super excited because I got a shout out. I was so excited when I saw it and heard it because she's one of my favourite Flosstubers, and that is Debbie over at Creatively Yours. Love watching her stuff. She has a few large full coverage projects on the go. She has some non-full coverage projects. She's part of the Stitchketeers. That's 3 Flosstubers and another lady, if I'm correct. Hopefully I'm correct. Correct me if you know, and not sure, but I watch all 3 ladies. I just can't remember their names off of the top of my head, and I'm pretty sure that I would strangle their names, mispronouncing them horribly. But yes, go check her out. She's a lovely lady and does amazing stitching. I love watching her. And the next lady is right up my alley. She does full coverage. Lots of full coverage. Love it, love it, love it. And she is the one who taught me the diagonal stitching, and that is Barney over at Thread the Needle. She has some heights. She has some. She has one that she is stitching for a lady called something fighting fish. Is it Japanese fighting fish, Siamese fighting fish? I don't know. But it has glow in the dark thread in there, which is very interesting. That's, yeah. She's from Newfoundland, Canada, and I absolutely loved watching her Flossmas, where she picked different little prompts, and she had a poll up on Instagram, which I wished I knew how to get to polls on Instagram, to choose her projects that she stitched for the day. It was really fun watching. But yeah, if you want to know more about the diagonal stitching, go and check her out. She has some tutorials. My mind keeps going blank and I have to figure out what word I was trying to say. But yeah, I love all three of those, watching all three of those, and I try my hardest not to fall behind on watching them, but I definitely fell behind over Christmas with all the floss tubes and the moving and the Christmasing and all the things. So hopefully I'm able to actually catch up very soon. I am still well behind on all my Flosstube, especially since I'm finding new people as we speak. I've just found 3 new people in the last 2 days. I keep my eye out for Australians, and I keep my eye out for full coverage stitches because I love full coverage. So I love watching other people stitch full coverage. I love watching other people stitch other things as well, even if they're not what I would stitch. Watching some people do samplers and long dogs and stitching the colours, choosing the colours. Some people out there just amaze me with their creativity. But yeah, so that's about all I can say about all of that after that nice long rant there. Hopefully next time, well, it will be next time that I will join you will be in the new house, and that'll be interesting as to how I can set up and hopefully get better lighting. It is very overcast today. It is rather strange weather at the moment. We are normally boiling our little butts off, but in the last couple of days it has been cold to the point where today I am thinking of going and getting a jacket on as well as my long pants and socks. Very weird weather here at the moment. To not normally have cold weather in February, it's usually hot summer. I was looking forward to moving because I have a pool. Now my pool's going to be frozen over. Okay, it's not that cold, but it certainly feels like it. And I just rambled on some more. Okay, I will say goodbye. Happy stitching. Enjoy stitching what you want, when you want. Don't want to stitch on it, you don't have to stitch on it, people. You just do. Flosstube is here for us to enjoy. I meant to say cross stitch, but Flosstube's here for us to enjoy too. So cross stitch is here for us to enjoy, so just enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you all next month. Bye!